Hi, my name is Monica Baxter, and I'm married to Jimmy Baxter. We met at the University of South Florida in Tampa, and currently we've been married for 7 years, and this is his seventh season in Europe. The first team that he went to was Dijon, France. After that, Reggio Emilia in Italy. Next, Vidsville in Latvia. Then year four was Ostenda in Belgium, and for the rest of that season, he went to Besiktas, which is in Turkey. The next season, he went to Ashkelon in Israel, which was my favorite, and the next season was in Greece, Athens, and currently he is in Slovenia playing for Kirka. Now, the funny story that I have to tell, the kids actually wanted to be here to tell their own funny story because they've been here along the ride the entire way. Our oldest was 4 when we first went overseas, and then our other daughter was 3. So they've been here the entire way, so they have some experiences too that they can share. But first, I'll tell my story. When I first got to France, my husband, he had been there already for about 2 months, and when I got to the apartment, I didn't like the way it looked, so I told him, I need to go to IKEA, get this place together. I don't feel comfortable. So he drops me off at IKEA, and he tells me to meet him back at this spot at such and such time. So I do all of my shopping, and I finish way before the time that we agreed to meet. So I walked back around IKEA some more. Still wasn't time. So I try and find a payphone to call him. I didn't have any euros, any change to call. So I'm walking around looking for somebody to ask, can I use their cell phone? So I see this lady, and she has her phone in her hand. So I go up to her, and I, make the gesture, can I use your phone? And all of a sudden, she drops everything that she has in her hand. She holds her hands up in the air. She starts screaming in French. And I'm like, what in the world is wrong with this lady? So, I'm backing away slowly and hauling butt out of IKEA because I do not want to go to jail in France. So, I was so mad, mumbling to myself. And I went and sat down at this little cafe, and this man, kind of heard me and, saw how I was looking, and he asked me what was wrong, and I told him. So he let me use his phone, and when I got in contact with my husband, I'm like, come and get me now. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go back to Florida. I do not need this. I do not need to be here. But, the season ended up being fine, and turned out for the best because we've been in Europe all of these years. Now, the story the children wanted me to tell was when we were in Israel. When you get in the elevator, there aren't any numbers. The buttons are letters, the Hebrew alphabet. So, of course, it took us a minute to figure out, which letter is the floor that we live on. And my husband, he's the type of person like, I pressed it one time, y'all should have saw the time when I pressed it and remembered. So, it was a learning experience for us. We had to catch on as we can. So one time we were coming home from the grocery store, and the kids were walking ahead of us, and one of my daughters actually got on the elevator. And so we're like, where is she? What happened? And my other daughter's like, she got on the elevator. She got on the elevator. So we go up to our floor. We're looking around. She's not there. My husband is so upset. Like, I told you guys, you need to remember what button to push, blah, blah, blah. So about 2 minutes go by because I had to stop him from trying to go on every floor trying to find her. I'm like, she'll come. Trust me, she will find her way back home. About 2 minutes later, we hear a knock on the door. This little old lady bringing my daughter back to the house, and has this look on her face. She didn't speak. She didn't speak English. And we're like, thank you, thank you, thank you. So I asked my daughter, I said, were you scared? Were you in the elevator? She was like, no, I was just going to eat this bag of apples that I had in my hand if I wouldn't have found my way home. Well, that was their funny story. What I like most about living in Europe or being a basket wife is just that I just see how the opportunity is meant just for us. And what I mean is, my husband, we always had kids since the beginning of his career. So me being a teacher, I never had to worry about where my kids were going to go to school. I always had the chance to homeschool them. Now, some countries we went to, we did allow them to go to school, and try and learn the native language of that country. But I just think it's wonderful, and it goes hand in hand. Wherever we travel, I can always teach them. So that's great, and I'm looking forward to everything that this life has in store for us, and after basketball, the opportunities that will arise. Hold on 1 minute. This is the latest addition to our family. Say hi, Justice. She's used to seeing Daddy on Skype. But I would like to tag some of the girls that I met, two of the girls that I met in Israel. I'm really not what you would call a social butterfly. So usually I don't really talk to people. I really don't make that many, friends wherever I go. But these two ladies were very nice, and I'm going to tag them. Anastasia Randall, she was the first wife I met in Israel, and then also Melissa James, who I'm convinced one day will be in-laws because we had our babies around the same time. Well, she had twins. But Justice is going to marry one of those boys. I was going to tag Artisha, but someone already tagged her. Good luck this season. Oh, and also, if there are any wives that are in Slovenia, please inbox me. Let me know how it is. The girls and I will be going over in December, and we'll stay for the remainder of the season. So, talk to you later, and bye. Say bye-bye. Bye-bye.